Find some peace, I let my intuition speak. Get misguided, but I always end up where I'm supposed to be. Put my faith and trust in God and do my part, so we gon' see. In a broken heart, they never give me pain. My nigga caught me by surprise. I can see you hate me through your eyes. I already know the truth about this shit, so tell me lies. Try to do the damn impossible.
It says, what or who was your inspiration for beauty school?
So a lot of people don't even know that I went to cosmetology school. So not only am I a licensed cosmetologist in the state of New Jersey, but I am also a licensed cosmetology educator as well.
Okay, talk your shit.
Okay. I oftentimes forget that I even did all that, but what inspired me to do so was I planned for my high school, the whole high school career, for me to be a pastry chef. That's all I wanted to do. I said that I was going to go to Johnson & Wales, and it was between the Rhode Island and the North Carolina campus. And when I actually even went to the prospective students weekends, where you go and try to see like what it would be like to be a student there, spent a weekend there, loved it, absolutely loved it. I went to the Rhode Island one. So I had finally decided that I wanted to go to that campus, and I got accepted. A week before I was supposed to go, I decided not to because I just really could not leave my family. I am not a person, I'm friendly, but I'm not going to go out of my way to make friends. So I rely on my family to be my friends and all that stuff. So I knew I just didn't want to go. And I'm way better than what I am, than what I was then. So you can just imagine how antisocial I was. So they said, okay, that's fine. We're going to find you another situation. So I wound up going to Hudson County for culinary arts up in Jersey City. And I did about like a semester there, and I liked it, but I was surrounded by people who loved it. And I figured, like, when I go home, I don't want to do this. I'm not thinking about no cooking. This ain't for me. So I figured, like, maybe this is just really not the path for me. So I was in between situations. And one day, it was me, my mother, Kari, was all at IHOP, and I was joking again. Told you, best ideas come from me joking. And I said, I'm going to be a barber. And they was like, what, a barber? So I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, that's dope, a female barber. So again, here I go. I'm looking up schools. So what can I do? So I wound up going to a cosmetology school up in Edison, and they were brand new, so they were still working out the kinks and everything like that. So there was a lot of things that were just very, very unorganized, and I realized then that I liked what I was doing, but I didn't like where I was doing it at. So that led me to go to Capri Institute in Kenilworth, where I actually graduated from. And when I was at the school in Edison, I was just there strictly for my barbering license. So if nobody understands, so there's, in the state of New Jersey, there is a 1,200-hour requirement for you to receive your cosmetology license. And then there's barbering, which I believe is 900, esthetician, 600, manicuring, which I believe is either like 450 or something like that. Don't quote me on that. It's been too long. So, but everything is, and you're licensed under these certain things for certain things, but every single thing is under the umbrella of cosmetology. So before I went to the school in Kenilworth, my grandmother, who actually is a hairdresser, was a hairdresser herself, the last salon that she owned is still open. Of course, she doesn't own it. She didn't own it before she passed. But she said, you need to go for just cosmetology. You don't want them to put you in a box. And honestly, that was the greatest advice anybody has ever given me. She inspired me a whole lot, but that piece of advice, I kind of owe her everything, because I listened to her and I went to the cosmetology program is how I got the opportunity to then go for the educators program. And because I did that, that led me into my career now in clinical research. So it all kind of worked out, and that was my inspiration. So thank you, Nana, for the best advice of my whole life.
And it's toxic. heavy motherfucker preaching nonsense. Not the righty type, it seem like niggas let her pop shit. My fans were pressing me like every week for me to drop shit.